All right, beautiful. Welcome, everybody. It's Wednesday. It is the construction party, work party. Um, I'm Christina Mon. This is the first action party of the Legacy Alliance, which I'm super excited to share more about. I have construction going on in the background. This is the results of my why. For those of you who don't know my story, I've been in this almost 4 years, and it's all about upgrading our lifestyle here living on the land. I'm back on our farm today, and my recent income is all going towards the building construction noises that you're going to be hearing throughout this call, which is why I'm going to pass it off as quickly as I can before they start up again. But it's very exciting to see your why in action. So, and even if it means construction noises. So, without further ado, welcome to all the new people. I just want to welcome you. An action party is very different than other Zoom calls. This is not a training per se, although I will say being in action, using our tracker sheets, mine has a big coconut stain on the top, using our tracker sheets and our lists and getting into conversations with people is honestly the greatest training that any of us will experience in our businesses. It's more than listening to other people talk about it. It's more than your mentor coaching you. This is where the rubber meets the road and you get to actually experience the thing that we spend all this other time talking about. So while it's not a training Zoom, you're not going to hear a bunch of people talking a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of talking at the beginning, then we're going to jump right into it. We're going to hear an amazing share from one person who's been in action. We're going to get to hear her why, how you had the decision to get into action, and then what's working for you. Tell us a little bit about what you're saying to people that is bringing you results. Then I'm going to go over a little bit of languaging, and then we're all going to jump into action. So what that means is we're going to just start sending messages, and I'm going to give you, like I said, a little language. We're going to hear from Jenny here, and then we get to do it ourselves and just send messages, follow up with messages, add names to our tracker sheets. If you have your tracker sheet, hold it up so we can all just kind of see like who came prepared with a tracker sheet. And if you don't have a printer, like I don't, I had to go to Office Place and have it printed out, you can also write it out. You know, I also have blank paper and a pen, old school. So that works as well. So this is, for those of you just jumping on, our Legacy Alliance Action Party, and I am super excited to bring on for our share today, Jenny Cornejo, maybe. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your last. Okay, I got it right. And yeah, so tell us, I know you're brand new. We haven't even met yet, but you achieved milestones this past month. You've been in action, and I know you're running hard. You're running for UBT this week. And yeah, just give us your download. We're excited to hear from you. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Christina. It's my honor to be here. This really, my friend Amy actually presented this to me, and I felt like it was a blessing that was just what I've been praying for like 5 years. So I didn't expect this. I have a coaching business, I'm a hypnotherapist, and I have a bunch of clients, but I already was just experiencing and seeing benefits from his stories. So I started sharing. That's what got me into action, was just my excitement for something that I've been searching for 5 years. And all I shared with people was, this is where I was. So I was in pain from scoliosis. I felt like my body was depleted. And this is where I've come to. I am almost pain-free now, and I'm feeling amazing. My digestion has improved. I thought I ate really well before, and it can get even better. So it was just people seeing that I live my truth and I share authentically and transparently of what's going on with them. But it inspired me. Once I got started, before I even had the product, I started sharing right away. And then after that, it just like I started getting, people started joining me, and it got me more excited. I had little time, but any moment I had, like right before this, I was prospecting, I was connecting with people because I have a client right after this. So I'm like, I'm going to use the time I have to put into this business. If it's an hour every day or 30 minutes, it's everything I'm going to give to it, because this needs to get out to the world. And the more people I talk to, the more excited I get. I was in a health food store yesterday and I was just talking to them about it. They have all organic produce. That's what they use. Glyphosate free is everything in their products. So I was like, this would be a perfect solution. So I feel like every door I open is a new opportunity, and that's how I choose to look at it. And I just ask for that every day through affirmations and just stepping into it. And then using the tracker and having an amazing support system.
Awesome. Amazing. And so what did you achieve last month?
I hit director, fast start director.
Fast start director. And when did you begin?
I began beginning of August. Very end of July, I signed up, but I really started at the beginning of August. And I will tell you, this weekend I was working on a stress management certification. I had very little time, but I poured in all my energy Friday so that when I was done with my stress management certification, I could follow up with my people. And then Monday, all 3 people just came in. I was even right up until midnight, and then I got it right before midnight.
Amazing. And you're not stopping. What is your goal this week?
This week, I'm going for 3 UBTs. Or for 1 UBT, getting 3 new brand partners.
Right. Amazing. Well, congratulations on all that success. That's super inspiring to hear. I mean, took a stress management course and you weren't like, well, I shouldn't do my Purium business. That's going to be too stressful, which like,
It
I'm
also
going for it.
It was a good surrendering process. I'm like, okay, it's all.
Yeah. Amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your why? And then can you also walk us through like how you open a conversation with somebody?
Okay. My why is I have a mission to help more people heal through natural healing modalities. My husband's bipolar and was on a lot of medications, and I just see the side effects. I didn't have a husband for years. So my why is to help people wake up and ignite their light within, because it's in there and sometimes it gets muted, and that's not what's meant for all of us. We're meant to thrive. So just that wanting of moreness in others and seeing their light and trying to reflect that out. As far as how I open up conversations, it's really like, how are you doing? Like, what's new and good with you? And I try to get people to always focus on the good sides of things. And then, I just kind of just ask them more questions and just let them guide me and share when it's the right opportunity. So every situation is so unique and different, and I just try to meet people where they're at. So I guess I didn't really answer the question, but I hope I answered the question. And then I share the tools. I don't share a lot of information. I just ask questions and just share what I'm doing. And then I share the tools, because I don't have time to keep like going through all that, as we've learned. So the stories are what I use in my conversations. Like Leslie Zane was talking last night. I was like, yes, I need more stories.
Perfect. Yep. That's it right there. So she opens, and thank you so much. And congratulations, Jenny. That is just so inspiring. So that's the frequency we can adopt this. When you see someone sharing and you're like, I love that. I adore that. I admire that. I want that. You can borrow that. Oh, here comes the construction. You can borrow her belief. You can borrow her posture. You can borrow her passion, and make it your own. And so obviously Jenny has a beautiful why of really, and it was the why that made her cry, of waking people up, of connecting them back with who they are and living their life fully, so that she had a husband return to her life. So connecting with your why, that's the first step, even before you prospect someone, is know why you're here and what you're doing this for. Second one is opening the conversation authentically. How's it going? What's up? I was thinking about you. So now I'm getting into the part of this call where I'm going to be sharing with you what we're going to do next. So just, but Jenny laid it out. So I'm just summarizing really. How's it going? I'm super happy to see your post come across my feed. I was so happy to see your name pop up. You know, all kinds of ways to authentically let people know we're thinking of them. Gratitude, compliments, compassion if they've shared something on social media or with us that, you know, we can give them empathy for, and genuinely say, hey, I can only imagine that you must be feeling whatever. So these are all ways, points of contact, ways of opening authentic relationships, opening authentic conversations. So that's opening. Then we just continue the dialogue where it's like a tennis game. We're just going to go back and forth. We're going to ask questions. We're going to be interested, right? Leslie Zan even talked about that yesterday, being more interested in other people than interesting. So we're asking and helping bring out their story. Oops. Hang on. Muting. There we go. Okay. Must have been really important. It echoed. Bringing out their story. So asking questions, then sharing, like Jenny said, a little bit about our story. And we heard yesterday on Leslie Zan, if you didn't catch that call, definitely catch the replay. Wowzer, so good to have that crafted story. She said at one point, when you have really crafted your story, you can't help but want to go out and talk about it and share it. Sorry. And so sharing story, product story, business story. Even when you're brand new, your business story is your why you're here. When I started almost 4 years ago, my why was I want to live in a house, basically. And the construction you're hearing is renovating our greenhouse to have a real roof and not a plastic roof, and eaves and a wraparound lanai and an indoor bathroom. So your why is your story, is your business story. Even when you're brand new, you have a business story. It's what you're creating for your life. It's letting people know I am no longer settling for this. I am creating this for my life. This is what I'm here for. And the other part of our story is, and other stories that can be shared are other people's stories. We heard a product testimonial that just totally moved us, and we want to go share that. You can take story clips. You can make story clips in your social media. You can tell people, oh my gosh, I just heard about this person who just got off medications they've been on for decades within days of this protocol. Like, I am so blown away. I have to talk about this. The key, just like Jenny said, is say as little as possible. Share a 2-minute story and then you're done. You're done. That's it. Done. We're just sharing little stories and then we're done. And if people lean in and they're now curious, we created curiosity and they're like, wow, that sounds amazing. What did she do? We're done talking. We're not saying anymore at this point. We're sending tools, just like Jenny said. And that's where we say, oh my gosh, I have to send you this video that breaks it down so well. People will try to get you to talk, by the way, so don't go for it. Like, can't you just tell me all about it? No, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. And plus, this video is just amazing. You're going to love it. A lot of what we do here is just promoting videos and tools and calls. We're just being excited. Like, oh, you got to come check this out. Because why? It saves us our time and it duplicates. It shows them, it demonstrates for them how easy it is to do this business. We're not sitting here pitching or selling or explaining or even knowing. Like, we could be brand new and be like, I don't actually even know what this is totally, but I'm excited. Do you want to check out this video? And then when people see that, they're like, I could do that. She just sent me a video. She didn't even know what she was talking about yet, but she was excited enough. And I checked out the video and I'm all in. So we're duplicating the business. It's actually doing people a disservice if you sit there and like explain everything to them. So that's pretty much it. That's what we're going to spend the next hour and 12 minutes doing. Sitting there, sending messages, following up with messages, sending tools, following up after that we've sent the tool. Hey, did you get a chance to check that out? What did you like about it? And then setting up connect calls after that. If they if they watched a video or checked out our website and they still have questions or interest, we move them right from there to a connect call. If they're like, oh my God, I'm ready, I'm doing let's sign up. Yeah, they can sign up without a connect call, but then we're going to schedule their onboarding call ASAP, like within that 24 hours. Getting people started off right, knowing everything is going to set them up for the best success. Connect calls are amazing. It's also a great place to bring people if they're like, okay, there's a lot in there that intrigue me, but I have all these skepticism and all these concerns and all these questions. First of all, empathize. Oh my gosh, I totally get it. So did I. And I would also not want to do this if I thought all of these things were true, if they have all these concerns. I would love to connect you with my friend. And that's a great place to get a lot of your questions answered and then just see if this is a match for you or see what program is going to be the right one for your goals. So that's some languaging to help move people onto connect calls. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, if you're brand new, this could feel a little awkward. We're going to go silent here. The silence is really going to allow us to focus on what we're doing, which is the main thing that helps us build an income with this. So the more silence, the better. And if you're brand new, or even if you're not brand new and you have questions, you can type them in. You can either type it in the chat and myself and other leaders will be looking at it. You can private message me in the chat or your upline, or you can text or Facebook message, whatever. You can do that. If it feels like, oh my gosh, this is such a good question, or this is, like absolutely needs to be heard by the group, it's possible. However, I've been getting feedback that people are really appreciating the silence for focus. So mostly that's what we'll be doing. And when you have questions in general, directing them to your upline support thread is a great place because you'll have multiple people in there answering. And we're going to be doing pop-up Zooms throughout the month and little pods with your particular team where we can do a lot more direct coaching. And you might be getting on even or three-way coaching calls too. So that's a really nice place to ask questions, other questions that might be coming up for you. Okay, great. So here we go. We're going to enter into our focused action party. And before I go silent, I will just see, are there any burning questions that anybody wants to ask at this point? And welcome to the new people and welcome to everybody. All right. And people can keep chatting in the chat there silently if there's other dialogue and tips and like what videos to send, all that kind of stuff. All right, here we go, everybody.